I'll admit it, my introduction to Chestnut Ridge was a little rocky. I had to learn just how much work it takes to live a real ranch life, but also how amazing it can be.
Whoa, Wexel.
Come on, I'll show you the ropes. Community plays a big part in life out here. Without my friend Sienna, who knows where I would have ended up. She's the horse trainer and owner of the equestrian center in town, where all the competitions like barrel racing and jumping take place. Hee-yah! Sage, my horse, is super friendly. She put up with all of my horsing around while I learned how to ride. Some horses wouldn't have been as patient with a new rider. Once in a while, there are more aggressive or defiant horses. They're like people that way, with different personalities and traits. But the closer you are with a horse, the easier it is to practice your skills. You'll see folks mounted up pretty much everywhere, going on long rides out in the park or through town.
Suli.
Horses need a lot of space, too. When we got Sage, we ended up redesigning our property to make space for her. What else were we gonna do? She's part of the family. Sometimes I'll head over to my friend Umbra's place to help out when the family members are all busy. Look how cute their foal is! She definitely inherited her mom's friendly nature. If you do decide to adopt a horse, know that it takes work to meet all their needs and keep them happy. They need to be fed, played with, brushed, trained, and cleaned up after too. And if you have other animals like mini goats and sheep, well, it can be a lot all at once. Of course, you could always hire a ranch hand to do that. They're great at everything, from tending our nectar crops to picking up manure. Just hit up a community board to hire one. You can also check out any horses up for sale or adoption while you're looking. That's how I rescued Sage. All that hard work really starts to feel good when you realize how far you've come. When I first started making nectar, I wasn't great at it. I made a lot of messes and quite a few subpar batches. Now though, I make a profit selling all kinds of nectar. Old Roberto Crinkletop even shared his secret recipe with me. But I'll take that one to my grave and beyond. He's actually very nice, if a little odd. Sometimes he shows up to hit the dance floor, but no one really knows where he lives. I think he likes it that way. Whether they've been here for generations or they're brand new like me, everyone out here has an interesting story. Maybe it's time to start your story too.
Howdy, everybody. We're really glad you're here. I'm Sim Guru Joanna, the production director for The Sims 4 Horse Ranch.
Howdy, I'm Sim Guru George, the lead producer for the pack.
And I'm Stephen, the art director for The Sims 4 Horse Ranch.
This live stream is being recorded a bit before you all are seeing it due to scheduling conflicts. And at the time of this recording, we're putting the final touches on the game. So there might be a handful of things that you see today that will be a little bit different from what you all see when the game launches on July 20th. But let's start where so many good things start, in Create a Sim. So here, we've got more than 30 horse breeds in the game. They range from lightweight breeds like the Arabian to the classier, chunky breeds like the Clydesdale and the Shire. One of my personal favorites is the Frisian. I love them. I've loved them ever since I was a kid because they're all black and they're compact and they have feathers on their feet. That's the hair that appears above their hooves, which usually is on bigger breeds like draft breeds. So I always have thought they've been really, really cool.
Yeah, see, horses, they can have up to 3 traits. This defines the personality of the horse, and those traits are totally up to you.
Yeah, in real life, like those big draft breeds, they're often known as gentle giants, but we don't have to stick to what's in the real world because we're the Sims. So like our big draft horses, they could be independent or defiant or free-spirited.
Yeah. The traits also impact how horses interact with the Sims. Horses with traits such as aggressive will tend to be meaner and cause some Sims to develop a fear of horses.
Yeah, and here in Create a Sim, horses can start life as baby horses, which are called foals.
So cute.
Yeah, so cute. And they inherit physical attributes from their parents, whether that's here or in game, so full-on genetics. When a foal is born in-game, they can actually have special traits that are only available through breeding. Oh.
Yeah. In addition to the genetics, we have lots of customization options. Let me take this horse here. We can select, let's see, their manes. We got that. We can look at their forelocks. You know what, let me...
Horse bangs.
There we go.
Nice.
He's going through his emo face. Horse bangs. I love this. Oh, that's my favorite one. There's, let's see, we have the tails. A couple of these. Let me get this here as well. Let's make it pink. Why not? And there's feathers on the feet, as Joanna was just mentioning. There we go here.
Heavy feathering, light feathering, no feathering.
Exactly.
It's all good.
And then we, always have a number of body shapes we can look at.
Yeah, we wanted to keep it easy for everybody to be able to quickly make the horse that they want to make.
Yeah, and let's check with Stephen a little bit about our coat customization.
Thanks, George. Yeah, the coat customization is so deep. If you just want to change colors, you can do so up there, but there's also 5 color channels if you want to get really sophisticated. And of course, it comes loaded with tons of patterns as well.
Yeah, there's like rows and rows and rows of them.
Let me go back to a normal color to start off, and let's look at that fine detail mode, the color wheel here.
Yeah, so those of you who are familiar with cats and dogs will be pretty familiar with this. There's a full color wheel, so you pick whatever color you want. You can use brushes of various shapes, and those brushes have size, and you can rotate them. There's also stamps. A lot of these stamps, they're shared with cats and dogs, but then we've also added some with horses specifically in mind. These ones that George is picking out right now are specifically for the face because horses have special face markings. So like here you can really easily add a star or make a blaze or that little spot that they sometimes have on their nose that's called a snip. It should be, we just wanted to give you all the tools to do what you want to do.
And I can't leave this mode to this day without adding a bow tie. Actually, let's make it a big bow tie.
Big bow tie.
Oh, too big.
Big bow.
This is just one of my favorites. There we go.
Yeah. And then there's also stencils. So if you want like some guardrails to help you as you create things and paint your horse, you can pick from either the pet stencils or brand new stencils, and it kind of provides some lines for you. So you get really crisp lines.
I always like adding a few stripes. One of my favorites here is adding stars. You can see really quickly add some stars to your horse.
Yeah, and of course you can do that in all sorts of colors thanks to the color wheel.
Yeah. There we go. Let's back out of this and let's see beyond physical features. What can we do here?
Yeah, Stephen, tell us about accessories.
Yeah, there are plenty of accessories here too. So the leg wraps, or as George likes to call them, leg warmers. I think he's harking back to the 1980s there. They've got lots of patterns too as well. So I think George is going to take you through a whole bunch of accessories on this page.
And we have adorable little hats, flower crowns, some of the colors there. My horse is a little bit discombobulated, a little, this is not the best looking horse I've ever made. Horse tails. We got flowers for the tails as well. Yeah. And let's really quickly look at one of your horses because it's already got a very nice blanket on it.
Yeah, so horses, they have 2 outfits. There's the everyday outfit, which is what they just wear when they're out and about doing their thing. And then there's the riding outfit, which they switch into automatically when they're ready to ride. So in the riding outfit, you can see there's a variety of tack. Tack is just the word for horse equipment. Tack consists of a saddle and a bridle and a blanket or saddle pad. most of our tack, it's styled after Western gear because Western riding is the type of riding that we primarily have in this pack. But there's also some English gear in there too for English riding.
Yeah. Horses will automatically swap into this riding tack when you choose to mount up and go riding on them. So you don't have to worry about doing this yourself.
This is gonna make well play cool.
But
Facts.
let's look at our Sims.
Yeah, we're going to head into live mode and take a look at all this cool ranch wear. A lot of it is dirty.
Yeah. So we have Joanna and George here. Obviously, let's start with Joanna. Show off some of this.
Yeah, I deliberately picked some dapper duds for myself because I wanted to look sharp for my barrel racing.
Some patterns on this here.
Back.
Yeah, I think this shirt in particular has really amazing patterns.
Let me go through a few of these so we can quickly show off. Oh, I'm glad you got the chaps. Everyone loves a good pair of chaps.
Really, how often can you wear chaps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got some nice full body outfits as well. Let me look at the guys' stuff here. A couple things to show off. As you can see, I've gone with the dirtier look. A lot of these outfits have, you can go clean, but if you're working on the ranch all day and you want to tell that story, I think it's always nice to throw a bit of dirt on there. And this applies to the pants as well. The pants and a few of our other accessories. Let me check out some of the full body ones. Oh, if I want to practice that English riding as well, outfit there. Get a nice duster going on. Oh, look at that. So nice.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Let's see. Through a couple more of these. There's a couple of accessories that I'd really like to look at as well for the adults here. Sorry, I lost where I was.
Actually, maybe before adults, we could check out the kids.
Want to check out the kids? All right. Let me just throw in a new kid then. We'll go through some ages here and look at what they have.
Yeah.
Also got a set of jeans and so as well. And then let's switch to a younger age as well. See what we have here for our toddlers. Oh, I love this one.
Mm-hmm.
So good. These are the best chaps in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, matching chaps between the parents and their little one.
And then what do we have here? Our
This is my
adorable
favorite.
horsey onesie.
And I like all of the colors a lot.
Awesome. So we also have accessories for these little ones, but adults. And let's look at a couple of those accessories. As you can see, I like to point out that I've been growing an accessory here. I like to show off the mustaches that we're putting in. At these.
Yeah, I like how they're not as tidy as the standard, right? It's just what's growing in.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. And the one that you can see that George and I are wearing in real life, this is called a wild rag. So wild rags, they're basically oversized bandanas, way cooler than bandanas in my opinion, because they're big enough that you can actually tie them up in a variety of ways. So in the game, we've got two styles of wild rag. They function a little bit like necklaces in that they're going around the neck, but one really big difference is that we've made it so that it is tall enough that it can cover low collars like this, and then we've left it up to you all as players to see what it goes best with. So there might be some clipping on certain things, and like if you want to leave it like that, that's cool. If you want to not pair it with that, that's totally cool too. We just wanted to give you all the most flexibility.
Yeah, so you could throw this up on top of our Western stuff coming with this pack, or throw it in with your older assets as well.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, to work with so many of that. There's so much of that.
We got hairstyles too.
Well, in order to do that, I've got to take off this hat. All right, let's look through a few of these. I wish I still had that much hair.
Yeah, yeah. We have a number of hairstyles that's specific to the pack, and then we also have 3 hairstyles that are based on Native American hairstyles. Those are going into base game. So we worked with a really great cultural consultant named Stacy Parshall Jensen. She was amazing to work with. She gave input on all of these hairstyles plus the other content in the pack that's inspired by Native American culture. We had a really amazing experience working with her, and we're grateful for the collaboration and the generosity.
Yeah. All right. And I know Steven's worked closely on a lot of the other accessories. Let me show some of those off and have him tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, thanks, George. You definitely need a hat for this pack and boots. There were so many styles of hats that we had great fun deciding which ones to go for. Again, these have dirt, sweat, stains on them. So again, whatever kind of narrative you want to tell, it's all available for you.
And let's see, I like a lot of, well, where are they? I think we have some really nice gloves in this pack too. Work gloves. And then let's show off some of those boots. And actually, I'll go back to you so we can get the full look going on.
Nice.
These have some excellent patterns on these ones. You have the sort of non-dolled up fancy ones, and then you've got the ones with the little embellishments that look great.
Yeah, it's like, if you can, why not?
Long pair of riding boots as well. Let's see. Let me put on some shorter pants so I can show up. I'm looking like a great cowboy here. But also, like, these boots also have a lot of dirt worn in looks as well, because, you know, clean boots show you're not a hard worker. All right. Oh, I look crazy. But let's look at some of the traits that we have.
Yeah.
So this pack has some new traits to really bring out the personality of your Sims. You've got the rancher under lifestyle, and this is about the Sims who will take care of livestock and the stuff around the ranch. We have the horse lover under social.
Yeah, and then we also have new aspirations too.
Yeah.
So mine already has the one selected for championship rider. They're all about excelling in competitions. And then under food, there's the expert nectar maker for those who want to master that craft.
Yeah. We could really spend like a ton of time on here, but we want to get right back into game and show off some of that gameplay.
I really liked your short shorts and boots look.
Thankfully, I didn't save that hassle. Stephen, you worked on this world a lot. Do you want to tell us about Chestnut Ridge?
Yeah, Chestnut Ridge. So, I mean, these worlds were inspired by all the iconic landscapes of Western ranches, stuff you might have seen in media or in the movies. And so we kind of coalesced them across this entire neighborhood. So we're going to check out some natural beauty and winding trails of Galloping Gulch. And we're going to experience some small town charm and friendly locals in New Appaloosa. And our gameplay today will start with our new ranchers in Riders Glen.
All right. We had a
the space is kind of our Montana vibe.
It is, right?
Yeah.
Let me pause real quick. I'll show this off. We had some amazing community builders work with us. Chrissy YT, Dr. Ashley, Ninster, Simproved. They helped build a lot of almost all of these venues and households. You can see over here we have this is one of my favorites because it feels like that California Napa vibe. Got a little bit more of a farmhouse look over here. You've got this nice, a lot of people call it the Yellowstone Mansion, but it's like a big Colorado rancher mansion. I think it's really great. Hey, look, back there, that horse arch. I think the locals call that one Old Biscuit because it looks a little bit like a horse.
Yeah, and those builders, they'll be telling you more about their work soon.
So let's check in on our horses. And,
yeah, number one thing when you got a horse is be friends. You really want that good relationship with your horse. It makes everything like it feels great just to be friends with a big horse. But then also like everything that you want to do with them, training wise, competition wise, really all starts with a good relationship. So
Yeah.
you do that by hanging out with them, socializing.
Yeah. You hug and bond with yours. I'll tell mine some equine jokes.
Yeah, you want to converse about being in a simulation.
Let's do it. Oh, I love that. I love a lot of these socials. Oh, I forgot. I made my horse needy. My horse is
Oh,
going to
right.
jump in a lot,
Yep.
but we will see how that goes.
You know that happens. They like needy horses like
Yeah.
being around us.
And I'll introduce you all. This is Sassafras Prairie Grass. And Joanna, tell us who your horse is.
Yeah, my horse is named Dipsy Doodle, which came up randomly. It's one of the names that you can get to. We had a lot of fun actually making the names for horses.
But we're going to mount up right away for this demo, and we're going to show you a little bit about how that works and the horse riding skill. Joanna's, as you can see, I'm already jumping into the rider gear. Joanna Sim here, excellent rider. My Sim, already fell. Not so much. Not so much.
Nice.
Okay, Sassafras threw me.
Try again.
Yeah. I'm going to take him on a little horse ride, and we'll tell you about this neighborhood a little bit, and Joanna will tell you about this riding skill.
Yeah, you'll see when they start to ride. There are definite differences of when you're first beginning to learn and then later on. So like at the beginning,
I fell off again.
at the beginning, you'll probably fall off a little bit. You'll only be able to walk and trot because it's kind of scary if you try to go faster, in real life at least. But then, soon you practice a little bit, be patient, be nice to your horse, George.
That's true. I should have spent more time bonding
Yeah,
and not
exactly.
telling him jokes.
But eventually you'll be able to sit a canter, which is like what it's referred to when you can actually keep your butt in the saddle when they're running. You ride like a pro. Yeah.
So I'm obviously riding like a pro here.
Oh, yeah.
Do I like to trot?
I feel like you don't like to trot.
I'm not going to dislike it right now. I'm not giving up that early.
Good. That was a test, George.
So oh my God. So again, this didn't happen in all of our practices, but now my horse and Sim is now bonding. But,
showing off that personality.
Yeah. As we ride over here, we're going to show off really quickly this this community board here, which is a great place, especially if you're new to the game, to come in and learn a lot about this game. Each neighborhood has one, or you can even place one on your own lot. You can find out all kinds of things about your animals here, how to care for them. You can find about competitions, which we'll check out later. You can purchase horses and maybe a few other animals here. Go off for horse training, hire a ranch hand to help out. We'll talk a little bit about that, and then learn about the residents of this world. So there's a lot to do there.
Yeah, they're very helpful. They're like a great friend on two stilts. And I definitely recommend, if you want to be able to access that stuff easily, you can just go straight into build mode and plop one down on your home, and then, join those jobs and competitions straight from there. Your horse is showing off today.
I was going to compliment the animation, but now all my animation is showing that I'm just terrible at this. So let's follow you a little bit. Well, we'll see.
Yeah, I think we're going to go check out some prairie grass maybe.
Yeah. And as you can see, when as I'm moving around here, Joanna actually has more speeds unlocked than I do at my current skill level. But since you're here first, let's stop and guide your horse to search through this prairie grass a little bit.
Yeah. Prairie grass is one of those plants that grows all over the place. Horses graze on it. You can search it, so it's like a loot box.
It sort of is, yeah.
It's like an in-game loot box, and it's nice. Sims also, they can harvest it by hand to collect hay, so that you have it on hand. You can hand feed it to them. You can stock up your feeder. I always think it's good to be prepared.
I was in a dismount to harvest some, but my Sim might just get thrown off into the grass.
Oh, you can do it, George.
Oh, look at him.
You can do it.
Oh, he's going to fall. All right. We'll have them harvest some of that. I think it's a very good thing to harvest this grass. You mentioned the challenge. It'll grow everywhere. Your horses will feed on it. It's a good thing to collect, as we can see in Joanna's inventory. I've already started collecting some of this prairie grass. And what to do with that? Well, let me take you over and we will show you a little bit about how we take care of these equines. I really like saying that word.
Equines.
I'm an equestrian.
That's right. So fancy.
All right.
And actually, on that lot challenge note, which I like, there is a lot challenge that you can apply to lots. And in that particular lot challenge, wild grass will spread on its own. So it'll take on a life of its own.
So I have a few things set up here, the basics for taking care of my horses. You can see I have some water. We have a feeder. It's not full right now. Let me refill it. I didn't harvest enough prairie grass, so I'm just going to pay to do this. And you know what? We've got some fun here. So, John, I'm going to have you mount back up, and we're going to try some of these. We'll practice on these barrels here.
We'll see how well my horse and I can show off.
And while our horses hang out, you know what? We've got some horse beds set up over here in these stalls, and I will set my sim to start cleaning this up. And then, let's see. Stephen, you want to tell us a little bit about designing this section?
Yeah, we have a couple of different types of stalls. And again, with all the covars, there's different colors, different wood types, even distressed type styles. So again, whatever story you want to tell, there'll be plenty of depth and breadth within the stalls themselves.
I'm actually going to assign the beds to these horses so they have a place that they know is theirs. And just like we assign beds for Sims, I think it's pretty nice.
Yeah, we deliberately wanted to keep this, like, giving maximum flexibility to players on how they wanted to build it, how they wanted to lay things out. It's like, instead of, stamping out, like, this is your stall, it's like, whatever you want to build. If you want to put it inside, stuff outside, this is kind of an open air setup, or you can have full walls. It's really cool just to be able to build your barn from top to bottom.
Yeah, so I'll definitely say that as we play here, you'll probably see, I was just mucking up the stall. You'll see horses leave behind their own little messes that you can clean up yourself. But if you don't want to spend all that time cleaning up and taking care of your horses, feeding them, what are we going to do?
Well, you hire a ranch hand, George.
Let's do that.
Rancher's best friend.
Because
they can do all sorts of stuff. They can take care of your animals. They can pick up manure. They can help you with plants.
Manure.
Poopy.
Horse apples.
Help take care of your plants. And they can even fix things that might be busted around the ranch.
I'm going to say that one of my best meetings ever was going in and watching concept art for manure. I'm sure Stephen remembers that. You can clean this up and store it. I'll say that after my practice, I've started leaving a box out here so that when I clean it up, because I do want to grow later, I will put it in my box. Let's see. I'll just drag it over there now. And that way I have a poop box. But let's leave these guys in here real quick.
And that poop actually is really valuable. So there's even different qualities of poop, and they look different. So you will have so much to look forward to. The better you take care of your horse, the better quality the poop is, which means that it's better quality fertilizer for your plants that you're going to be growing.
Oh, our ranch hand's already here.
Nice.
Who's going over?
Look at that. Look at that confidence.
Yeah.
Like, I can totally take care of this stuff.
Oh, it's immediately feeding my horses. Or my horse. Well, maybe he'll be able to ride it better. So let's get off Dipsy Doodle. I have set up a little scene over here for us to show off some cool items, just hanging out on the ranch. I'll point out a few things. This cool rocking chair, actually 2 rocking chairs. This one, this guitar. Let me jam some. And this cool wagon wheel deco are all part of our early purchase incentive. So if you buy the game by August 30th, you'll get that free with your game.
Rockin' Rancher, dude.
Going to have you come on over because it looks like there's some, here we are. Besides this, let's look at some of these other cool items.
Yeah, you can cook up food on this new firebox that we have. This is one of my favorite objects because it's based off of the fireboxes that Cowboys used to have when they did the old chuck wagon days.
Yeah. I threw away those hamburgers because we have some new recipes. Steven, you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I agree with you, Joanna. I love this grill. And yeah, so we can cook up some new foods. Some are inspired by Native American recipes, which is a really nice touch. There's wild night soup, bison stew, and the base game is Three Sisters Chili, which is based on this amazing agricultural concept that Native Americans developed of growing corn, beans, and squash, all in the same plot.
Yeah, and people still do that today. It's a really smart way to grow.
Yeah. And there's one more thing that we could cook.
Oh yeah. There's also pan de campo. That's a classic cowboy dish. I have not gotten a chance to try it in real life, but I really want to. Apparently, they make it a lot down in Texas. Yeah, and a really nice thing is that Sims who live here in Chestnut Ridge will actually bring it over as the housewarming welcome wagon gift instead of the other thing.
Yeah. A great way to enjoy some of this food is through our communal events. Let me show you really quickly if I wanted to host one of those events. We have 2 new ones. You would plan a social event. We have, let me stop playing guitar here. We have the ranch gathering, which is where you can show off how great your home is on the range. You can grill, you can dance, you can enjoy drinks, socialize with your neighbors. And then we have the Ranch Animal Day, which is where you focus more on our 4-legged friends and showing those off to your neighbors and how well you take care of them. We won't host that now because we have to keep going. Let me show you some of the cool stuff I also have in my inventory. I like to point out that I've got a nice new bedroll that we've included, and that's very fun for an evening out under the stars. It's perfect for your yard if you want to sleep out there or if you're on the trail. In fact, we've packed up some supplies here. Let's hit the trail and see more of Chestnut Ridge's neighborhoods and the surprises we have here.
I like how you're prepared, George. You gotta have food for your horse, food for yourself.
Oh, I think your horse is trying to take a nap, but we will mount up anyways.
They do that a lot in real life.
Go wake up Gypsy Doodle. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna close this here. We'll mount up. Oh, I made it on without bucking off this time.
Hey, you're improving.
Your horse is so sleepy.
Apparently, we did too much practice earlier with the barrels.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It was a long day.
Yeah.
All right.
We're asking a lot of them.
I'll have you come on out, and we will head on out. Oh, especially before our visitor gets here. All right. So we'll travel around the world. Steven's going to tell us a little bit more about this world. We're going to head over to Galloping Gulch first. Let me head on over to Palomino Junction here. Bring all our Sims, leave our ranch hand at home. And then I'll show off this world in a little bit. It's one of my favorite neighborhoods.
So pretty.
Yeah.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, this one is, whereas we just kind of left our sort of Montana style neighborhood, this is definitely kind of more based on your canyons. Lots of new ranchers to set up if they want to be a bit further from civilization. This is your perfect spot. There's also plenty to discover for those that choose to make the trek down to the river or around the winding bends. And there's spots such as Steed's Rest or the Dread Horse Caverns, excuse me. Again, lots of storytelling to discover and visitors enjoy. This is a big map, which is what we needed, obviously, for horses to travel around. There's waterfalls, stone bridges. There's something tucked around every corner to make that trail more exciting as you move through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you have seasons, you'll notice that the weather here will be more arid. But if there is a storm, your horses will probably have a pretty good chance of getting spooked by lightning. So keep an eye out for that.
I heard someone mention Dread Horse Caverns, and I just like to recommend everyone go for a little trail ride down by the river. Hopefully find that area and explore it. The designers who worked on that, showing off, I think, their D&D DMing skills there. They've written some excellent stories and surprises into that. And there's some pretty nice rewards there as well.
Yeah, they're flexing their nerddom.
Yeah.
Because we're all nerds.
Yeah. Let me, if you can see, there's plenty of rest spots here. Let's see. Stephen, I know you worked with the team to make sure that we have beautiful vistas and stuff with some of these.
Yeah, I mean, one of our main taglines was we wanted a big open sky, massive vistas, the fact that you could look forever into the distance. That's part of the beauty and charm of these kind of areas. But it's not just traveling around. There's the ability to do some rail jumping or barrel racing in this area too. So, but all with that majestic view.
Yeah, and there's also really great fishing spots out and about. Or just generally fun locations for your ride.
Yeah.
Sometimes it might be a bit of a ways to some of the amenities that you might need. So there are some spots where there are strategically placed bushes where you can take care of business.
Yeah, as you can see, I like to point out that some of these spots have really nice fine accommodations, like an outhouse, but other ones not so much. You're going to have to find yourself a bush on the a bush on the trail.
Yes.
I'm going to show off one of my favorite spots here, just at the end here. As you can see, I had us come down here to our beautiful waterfalls and our rainbow. I think this is a great place to stop with your horses, feed them, head out here and take a dip, swim around a little bit for your sims. It makes just for an excellent ride. But with that, sorry, I am on top of the mountain real quick. Let's, sorry, everybody, as you run off over here.
Yeah.
Let's head off over to New Appaloosa. I hear the Rusty Horseshoe is always a great stop after a nice day on the trail. So let me head on out there. And as we go down to New Appaloosa, load up our horses here. Stephen, why don't you tell us a little bit about this neighborhood, and I'll pan over some of the spots that we've crafted up here.
Thanks, George. Yeah, whereas our last neighborhood was the quintessential canyon, this is definitely our kind of small western town. It's got layers of history. You've got the old clapperboard buildings with their boardwalks, and you've got these stone built kind of trading posts. There's the Oak Barrel Nectar Bar, which I think you're just about to pan over. Lovely glass roof on that. It's kind of a reimagined old bank maybe, or something like that. And if you keep going, we can queue up one of our starter homes.
Oh, starter home over here. Oh.
Yeah, again, this has got a really kind of cute old-timey vibe to it. Just again, with the different covards we're using, you can have a really nice sort of clean farmhouse, or you can go for these kind of older looking kind of shacks. The main strip, there's a clothing store where your sims can plan and change outfits, and visit the Bits and Bales Mercantile for supplies.
That's our nice little general store over here for that.
It's really cute.
Yeah. And I like to point out here is one of these art pieces your team did here is fantastic looking.
Yeah, they had so much fun on this pack. It was crazy. It was hard to get them to put their pens down half the time. And so lastly, we've got Duke's Hall, which is our horse-friendly spot, especially between competitions. You can see there are stalls for resting up, horse jumps and barrels for practice, relaxation and social spots for the sims upstairs. This is generally just a great location, which is right across from the equestrian center where all these competitions take place.
Yeah, this is the Hey Now Equestrian Center, and it's a hub of activity. It's the place where sims go to do just so much. There's training that they can do for their horses. Sims can spectate competitions. Sims can buy, rescue, and sell horses here. And then there's the competitions themselves. So,
and unfortunately, I spent too much time in Galloping Gulch.
You did.
It closes at 7. But again, can enter competitions here.
Yeah.
Buy horses.
Well,
spectate.
we'll just tell you about the competitions. The competitions, there's a couple of different disciplines that you can compete in. There's jumping, barrel racing, endurance riding, and Western pleasure riding. Western pleasure riding is basically the art of how chill your horse can be when you're riding. And all of those, they tap into different skills. So you'll want to work on your skills, come here to these competitions with the horse and rider. And when you start placing in these, meaning like you've come in first, second, or third, then you can start to compete in more advanced divisions. And then on all of that, you're earning big bucks. You're earning simoleons, and you're earning plaques in recognition of your accomplishments. And yeah, it's a good time. And then like it all culminates in the ultimate horse championship.
Yeah. Well, on the plus side, at least I get to see the lights come up downtown, because I think this area looks gorgeous at night. It very much reminds me of a lot of the downtown areas I've visited at night. So yeah. But here's the Rusty Horseshoe. I love having our Sims here. It's a great place to cut loose. As you can see, it's already kicking off inside. And
they're literally hopping.
Goodness, this is a great place to stop. And actually, I'll point out here, why not? Let's show this. If you guys, eagle-eyed people have already noticed this, but if you look up, you can see we've added as a free base game update, painted ceilings. They're now in there. That adds just a little bit more detail into the game to really complete all of your builds.
Or a lot, in my opinion.
A lot.
So much. I'm just so happy every single time I can look up and see wood or stars.
I also like coming here to, let me cowpoke dance here. This is based off an old barn, obviously. So we've got these big barn doors. Our horses can travel through most doors, but these ones you can actually ride through. Let me put your sim back up, because I think the best way to make an entrance is to ride right into the dance hall. There we go. You backing up. I will say, hats off to our team again. Our horse animation and locomotion is just really excellent. Again, head right in and again, make a scene. As you can see, our Sims are actively doing our cowpoke dance.
We have so many out-of-towners. This is great.
It is, yeah. I don't see. Let's see. Is Bob Crinkletop here? No. Well, we have other people. We've got great things to do here. You come here, dance, play the piano, hang out, socialize, really get to know your neighbors.
Meet your ranch hand in their off time.
Meet your ranch hand in their off time, yeah. Turn that off time into some hot time. We got a great nectar bar in there. But speaking of nectar, let's head back to the ranch. There's some cool new things to add there. I was going to, again, pick up some supplies at the general store, but I think I also missed that. Spent too much time writing. This is a great place to stop to get things. One of those is mini goats and sheep. And since we can't buy them there, we will go home and I'll buy them from the
feeder.
Well, I was going to do them from the board, but yeah.
Board works. We gave you all a lot of options. A phone.
A phone, yes.
Your computer, probably.
Actually, so I don't have to run. Let's buy those from the phone. Let's buy some mini goats and sheep. We have so many colors. Look at that black sheep. So expensive. Wonder why.
Yeah.
Let's get a few of these. Let's get a wild one. Let's get a pink sheep. Of course, that's good. You can buy as many as you want, obviously. And let's see. Come here. Oh, you know what? I'll have you go in here and put the horses away.
I can do that.
All right, let's place these sheep in the world and goats. Oh, they're so cute. So happy. What I love about these is they're just insanely adorable. Collies over here. Put another one down.
Ranch hand's already eyeing the goats. Like, do I have things that I need to take care of here? We're just checking them out. Yeah. Because these guys, they're really great companions. They're great for hanging out, great for hugging and loving on.
And they're immediately going to go to sleep. My needy horse is coming out to say hi to them. I wonder if I didn't get a mean horse, so I don't think he's going to.
He should play friendly.
But in this case, maybe you can wake them up. Call over the Dalmatian mini goat. Let's give them some names here. Let's name we'll just go with their default names because some of these are amazing.
Muffin.
The Mocha Mini Sheep might just be
Croquette.
good. Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Well,
Fancy. That one's fancy.
So again, a lot of nice social ones. Talking about mineral cravings.
Mhm. Yeah, and they like lots of different kinds of socializing you can do with them. All they ask for in return is a little bit of love and care. Keep them clean.
Oh yeah, there's feeding, cleaning. They will get stinky, but
Yeah.
thankfully we have a ranch hand. I don't think we will see that here today.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But they also do things that are pretty useful. So sheep will provide simoleons when you shear them. Goats will provide
Yeah, we can shear them.
simoleons when you shear them.
You know what? That one's busy. What's wake up Lily, and just wake her up for here, Lily. Let's get some shaving.
And if you have cottage living, you can get milk and wool from it, and that feeds into the whole cooking recipe system for the milk.
All right. Yeah, so a little bit of a cross pack there. Let's see.
Oh, and they help in the garden.
They do.
Yeah, they eat weeds and bugs, so they're just good to have around.
I wish they weren't also sleepy. I'm tempted to like sleep and wake everybody up in the morning, but you know, we'll just go with it. I'll see if I can wake everybody up. Where did our goats go? Did they run off? Oh, you know what? I didn't put down because one of the things you can't place down a mini goat without being a little bit devious and scaring them. This is something the the horses on a bad day might do as well. Oh, what? The horse is already coming over. Actually, wake up. Why did I do it all over in the morning? They're all sleepy. All right.
Let's try again.
Let's socialize. There we go. Before he wakes up, or before he falls asleep. I actually like that if your sim can't sleep, one of the funnest things to do is actually count sheep and then knock yourself out a little bit that way. It's great. But we will let these guys take a nap. And then I think one of the cutest things is you'll see them bouncing around the area, similar to some of the mini animals we put in the game before, except these ones can roam all over your ranch, right? Let's see. But let me show you one of the other things from our trailer. We are going to make some nectar. If you need to find this, you can find it in your activities. You'll find, here it is. Your Fruitin Nectar Maker. We'll put down 2 of these. So although my sim can't, what was I intersecting? Although my sim is not fantastic.
What are you intersecting?
Is there a sheep? Oh, we'll go over here. My sim wasn't the greatest at writing, but I am pretty good at making nectar. So I'm going to make some fruit nectar. You're going to take a chance making your first nectar, which will be grape nectar. You haven't done this before. Don't have as many recipes unlocked, but as you can see, our sims will take their shoes off, jump right in, start squishing up that fruit. This will come out in the bottle. I know you like to point out that I like to do this in dirty clothes.
Yeah, that's the George way.
I like to say my vintage has a touch of horse apple flavor in it. It really adds to it.
Maybe we need some government oversight for your for your nectar.
Yeah.
You can definitely tell that I'm not as good at nectar making because I've already fallen.
Yeah. So this is a skill, and although I'm not having the best day, you can see there is some difference between these 2 sims here. But there's a lot of recipes, right, Joanna?
Yeah. Like it taps into all the things that you can grow in your garden. This is very cool. Including some things that aren't necessarily food, like you can make trash nectar.
Trash nectar.
I think that's pretty awesome. Yeah, and if you have game packs like vampires, werewolves, or realm of magic, those special occult sims each have a special nectar that they can make too.
Yeah. I'm actually going to put down one of my favorite storage items here. I'll put this in different colors so we can see it. I don't need money. Cheap. So this is a great place to store your nectar. I'm going to open that. I'll just...
and I like how stackable these are.
Oh, there we go. I was wondering why I didn't have any bottle. when you throw your bottles in this, you'll see them start to stack up in there, which I think is fantastic. It's a nice way to visually see this because you might want to store your nectar for a long time because as the vintage ages, you will start to get more money if you decide to sell it. But we're not going to sell it. We're going to open it up. We're going to take it and enjoy it. Actually, let's try yours. I will say that once you crack a bottle here, it'll only last a few days, but you will get multiple servings out of it. So let's pour a couple servings for me and you. I mean, you could drink straight out of the bottle, but that's not what we want to do.
Yeah, there's actually a sentiment related to, I think, a foodie sim seeing another sim chug nectar out of a bottle, and they're just like, "Oh my gosh, what are you doing?"
Some of the sentiments are funny. I think we have one about seeing your loved one picking up horse poo.
Yeah, for the first time.
Horse poo, yeah, manure. So we got those out. We've got some nice food over here. I think we could enjoy this. Let's just both grab a drink, and while we do that here, drink and drink. And while they do that, and we start to get towards the end of this, let's show off some more of these items.
Yeah, we got a lot of build buy stuff we can check out.
Yeah, I call those bets. I'm going to delete some stuff. And Jonah, why don't you tell us about one of your favorite items in this game?
Yeah, the ranch sign. So we've got 2 ranch signs, 2 frames. They're really big. They're a great way to mark the entrance of your.
I think I might be getting a little bit overzealous here with what I'm putting up here, but I really want to show off, and I think Steven can talk about this, is a lot of the cool deco that we do have.
Yeah, thanks, George. Yeah, we have so much customization. It was one of the big things we noticed is that, your ranch sign pretty much defines and broadcasts the personality of that ranch. So we wanted to make sure that the players had plenty of opportunity to do that.
We've got all these ones, a lot of nice patterns, a lot of light. Okay.
That the wall art that you had up earlier, which was kind of quilt pattern like.
These one?
The
I think square one.
Yeah, you'd moved it off somewhere.
This one.
Yeah, I really like that because you see them on barns in a lot of places across the United States. It's a pretty old tradition of having a quilted pattern on the side of your barn, and they're really big in real life.
Yeah. A lot of nice paintings. Let me actually use real walls because that's what people would probably want to see these on. There we go. Got some paints here. I like some of these nice floor pieces. We got a lot of great patterns there as well. But we've also included, I won't build it out here, but we have a full kitchen set, right, Steven?
Yeah, I mean, our players love kitchens, and it's always fun spinning another one up. Again, because this is kind of a rustic sort of feel, we definitely lean into that a lot. But, just by using different materials, you can have a kind of really old style looking one or a kind of more contemporary farmhouse version. The choice is yours.
Yeah.
I would totally have that kitchen in my house.
Yeah. And one of the things that I'm actually in right now, which you might have noticed, is I'm actually in free camp mode, which is a free update coming as well. You can now do this while you're in build mode. And this also lets you see those gorgeous ceilings we were talking about earlier. And since we're here, let me show you how you edit those in game. Let me go over here to build mode. And you can see this is where we previously did floors and tiles, like if we wanted all these here. But now we can go up and you'll see the room above it. You'll actually even see your little lights that you've placed called out in case you want to individually tile around those for any reason. Or say you're choosing something that might look a little bit like a rafter and you want to place it that way or have it cross over. You can do that. Press G for people. We've pretty much any floor tile that you have in game, you can now use for this.
Yeah, we've made a couple.
Let me use all our base game ones too. If you want a brick roof, why not?
Yeah, totally. Ceiling.
But yeah, brick ceiling. Yeah, sorry, there we go. And we've added a few new ones unique to this pack.
I think this one of the sky is one of my favorites, especially the version that shows the night sky.
Yeah, let me go down real quick, but you can see, like, if you want to have a little kids room and you want to give them, you know, a sky looking thing, that's great. But let's look at that nighttime one. As you see, you got the stars going in. I'll go down again so we can see that from the bottom. You could just imagine like an adorable little kids room with this night sky,
gazing up at it at night. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. Another free update though is we've spent some time doing some updates to a few of the floor tiles here. Some of our team members spent time filling out additional color variants on a number of these tiles. So you'll see that in free update. Check our build notes to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So let's see.
I think there's also a door for base game where we added some ranchy patterns, so that goes well with ranch stuff.
Yeah. So let me build and show you off some of those doors. So we have, let's see, we've got a number of normal doors. You can basically make all kinds of horse stalls in here, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And our horses can go through all of these. I sort of mentioned that before. But if you go up to a larger size here, let me make this a medium-sized wall so we can fit these on here. You even have some ones that you can see here. It says mounted horse accessible.
So and you can ride on through.
Because we know you're going to make barns, and we know that you want to ride your horse through the barn. So we can go ahead and set that up. Let me show you some of the wall patterns real quick we have. All right. There we go. Let's get on. Oh, I forgot all my horses are sleeping, but we'll try. What do we need?
To get him inside?
Yeah. Well, you know what? We're busy drinking. Drinking.
We're too busy enjoying that nectar.
So we've just brought Riley, our kid, in. And the reason we wanted to do that is to show you off how kids ride in this world. Horses are taught to mount. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, you can see there's kind of a height difference. So the horse is going to help out a little bit in kids getting on. Here we go.
Aw, the horses are so nice.
You can do it. I think this is Riley's first time on a horse, too. Oh, way to go. Yeah, so now Riley can work on riding skill early as a kid.
Yeah.
And become the rancher of the future.
And be our demonstrator of like riding in and out of the barn doors just for fun.
That's right. That's right. Well, thank you everybody so much for joining us, hanging out with us, letting us tell you about this pack that we're honestly so excited about. The game comes out on July 20th, and it's available for pre-order now. And we hope to see you all having fun and making horses very, very soon. Thank you.
We're all so excited for you to play. See you next time. Dag.
Thanks, Joanna. Thanks, George. Bye for now.